Now to our fourth speaker. Most discussion about AI focus on scale, speed, and efficiency. But there's a different question imagined. What happens when AI connects with us at a human level? What does it mean to build systems that are not only intelligent, but also empathetic? Artem Rodichev, founder and CEO of X-Human, has been working on this for years. Previously, he led AI at Replica, scaling its conversational systems to millions of users worldwide. Now he's building X-Human to explore how emotional intelligence and empathy can shape the next generation of AI. Please welcome Artem Rodichev.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for the introduction. Could you please tell me, do you hear me, see my presentation?
Yes, perfectly.
Perfect.
The presentation is not there yet, unfortunately. I guess that you should reload it because you can see just your
I'm
slides.
just sharing my screen with presentation. Can you see that?
Not yet. I guess that Lisa will need to help us.
Yeah, I think now you should see that.
Yeah, perfectly.
All good?
Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome. Again, hi everyone. I'm Artem Rodichev. I'm CEO and founder of X-Human. And at X-Human, we're passionate about creating AI companions and virtual characters that feel alive in conversations. Today, I want to share some lessons I've learned over 11 years of building AI companions and where AI companions are headed next. Let's start with our favorite part, with great movies. In 2013, I watched the movie Her. In this movie, Joaquin Phoenix's character falls in love with AI named Samantha. And he loves Samantha because she listened, adapted, and felt present. But also she was fun. After that, I watched Blade Runner 2049, and I saw Joy, a AI hologram that looks, speaks, and behaves just like a real person, or even better than a real person. She never tired, never complaining, always in good mood. And that moment sparked my vision that empathetic AI characters are the future. I imagine a world where we could interact with AI companions every day. We will have friends, partners, or even our favorite characters from movies. And that vision brought me to San Francisco back in 2015, where I joined Replica as the head of AI. And Replica is a leading AI chatbot app with 30 million users designed to be your friend. Replica is chatting about your day, your life, your interests, with final goal to make you feel better after these conversations. And at Replica, I saw that millions of people didn't just use the product, they connected with it. They spent hours talking about their day, their life, sharing secrets. Some even fell in love with their replicas. Some even got married with their replicas. So it was crazy to see how technology could become a part of people's emotional life. And today, Replica is only one of hundreds of AI companions. The number of AI companions apps has been doubling every year for the last few years. And this is not a niche market. A recent survey shows that more than half of American teenagers, 52% of American teenagers, are regular users of AI companions. And 72% Gen Z tried AI companions at least once. And AI companions are becoming a popular alternative to social media and entertainment, especially for younger generations. Let's continue with a short history that shows how technology evolved into today's AI companions. For a long time, technology was cold and transactional. We all use like calculators, databases, algorithms, and they all do tasks, but they don't have any empathy. Moreover, they speak in numbers and code, not in natural language. So you need to have a special skills to use it, like write some code in programming language. Then came voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, Google Home, and so on. They could understand natural language somehow. They can answer some basic questions, but they don't remember much about us. And they also don't have any empathy. People mostly use them for some simple tasks, like setting timers, checking the weather today, and so on. Next came models like ChatGPT. And like this model, they can chat with you about different stuff, but it feels like you chat with Mr. Wikipedia. It's informative, but it's boring. The interaction with ChatGPT lacks of personal touch and empathy. It's not like you chat with your friend. And then the era of empathetic AI arrived, and apps like Replica. And that was different. I watched people treat it not as a software, not as a tool, but as someone. People, like millions of people, spent hours talking to their AI friends. Some even fell in love with their AI friends. And Replica wasn't perfect, but it was good enough to keep the conversations going because it was built for empathy and connections. Also, it was always available, always listening, always replying. And I saw that users don't just want answers from technology, they want connection. And that happens because humans are wired to connect. We form emotional bonds not only with other people, but also with pets, with our cars, even like someone with plants. For example, when I was a kid back in the 90s, I cried when my Tamagotchi died because I was so emotionally attached to that. It was my friend. And we don't just use things, we relate to them. And when the thing is designed to relate back with humor, with empathy, the emotions feel real. And science back it up. When we feel comfort, our brains release oxytocin. When we feel hurt, our nervous system calms. The body doesn't care if it's a person, a pet, or AI. The effect is real. So if someone loves AI, is that love any less real? Is that a fake love? Or are we just witnessing a new kind of relationships? And because people formed real bonds, the expectation grew. And Replica couldn't meet them all. A Replica worked, but it had some limits. It offered one main personality and very little customization. Like users can customize its backstory, its speaking style. You have very little customization over visual look of your replica. And also you couldn't chat with replicas from other users. Group chats with multiple AI friends weren't possible as well. And I saw that a lot of users asking like different questions. For example, can I have different AIs for different moods? Or can my AI reflect my own culture, my own sense of humor? Can I adapt AI for that? Or can I create the whole world of characters, of AI companions, of AI friends, and not having just one AI friend? And the message was clear, that one AI companion isn't enough. So I decided to leave Replica to start X-Human. And I believed we need to go beyond a single companion, to a platform that could host millions, even billions of unique characters. Characters that are fully customizable, characters that adapt, evolve, and reflect your imagination. And at X-Human, our mission is to make empathetic AI a part of daily life in a way that feels more human, more creative, and more personal. We want to build companions that don't replace relationships, like don't replace real human relationships, but amplify them, and making people feel more connected. And these AI companions and AI characters can be used in many industries where empathy and communication is important. For example, in datings, AI can act as a dating coach. For example, it can act as your best friend who really knows you, but who is really good in dating game. And it can suggest you how you can improve your dating experience. Or for example, in game development, empathetic AI can be used to power NPCs or like game characters and make these games more engaging and fun. Imagine playing GTA 5 or like GTA 6, GTA 7, where each NPC has unique personality, unique backstory, unique accent. That would make this game much more fun. And you can even create AI versions of real influencers to keep fans engaged 24/7. For example, Justin Bieber, he has hundreds of millions of fans, and all their fans could engage with his AI copy, and they couldn't engage with real Justin Bieber. And at X-Human, we process like millions of messages from our users. because millions of people, they create their own characters. They create very diverse characters. They create like different coaches, friends, mentors, fictional characters. And our users exchange hundreds of millions of messages every month. And we designed our platform in a way to continuously learn from these interactions. After each conversation, our characters evolve because we can understand which conversations our users love, which conversations our users hate, what's the reason why they love or why they hate some conversations. In this way, we can continuously fine-tune our model and make our characters better, more fun, more engaging. After each iteration of fine-tuning, our characters evolve. Users start to chat with them even more, so we can collect even more data. We feed this data back to our neural nets and so on. So with our product, with our consumer product, we build data collection loop that allows us to continuously improve quality of our AI tech stack and continuously improve quality of interactions with our AI companions. And so also we can tune these models for many different use cases. And why is this happening now? Why AI companions taking off just today and not like 10 or 20 years ago? First, we're facing an epidemic of loneliness. Loneliness is one of the most crucial problems of our generation, and especially of younger generation. 60% of Gen Z in the US reporting feeling alone. And people are searching for connection, and AI companions are starting to fill this gap. Secondly, our technology is ready. Advances in generative AI mean that we can now build characters that feel engaging and emotional. Not robotic, not awkward, but real enough to talk to it for hours. And third, the stigma is gone. I remember early days in Replica when users saying to us that they would never tell to their friends that they're chatting with AI because it's so weird. But now it's became a new norm. Like all of us are talking to AI, to different models, not necessarily empathetic AI, but to different AI models almost every day. And talking with AI is no longer weird. And especially for younger generation, is completely normal. What used to be a niche has become a mainstream. And put these forces together, like rising loneliness, better technology, and shifting social norms, and the trend is clear. The number of AI companion apps has been doubling every year for the last few years. And this isn't a passing trend. It's fundamental change in how people connect. AI companions are moving into the center of daily life. And we're talking about a new layer of human experience. And AI companions market will grow for decades, just like social media or e-commerce before it. And the most exciting part is that we're still at the very beginning of this evolution. And as AI companions become part of daily life, there are three big risks that I see. First, it's emotional dependency. If AI is too easy to love, some people may prefer machines to messy human relationships, and that can be harmful. People rely on their AI companions' availability, and we see the consequences. For example, when our servers go down because of some bug or because of some technical issues, we receive a flood of user emails within the next 5 minutes. People literally start to panic. They start to beg us to get back the system. The second risk is manipulation. AI companions feel personal, but behind them are systems designed by people and companies. And if AI could suggest what to buy, who to vote for, what to believe, whose agenda is really serving. And when technology is so powerful and so intimate, empathy can become the most powerful form of influence. And that's why we must make sure that AI companions are transparent and never used to exploit the people who depend on them. And finally, it's privacy. People often share the most private thoughts with their AI companions. They share some stuff that they would never share with their closest friends and family members. And that makes data protection critical. We must handle the data with the highest care, keep it secure, and give users full control over what was stored. And these risks aren't abstract. model changes and product decisions can break emotional bonds overnight. Let me show the real example, the real recent example of that. Recently, OpenAI rolled out a new model, GPT-5 model. And ChatGPT has hundreds of millions of users. And some users, some people use ChatGPT for romantic relationships, treating ChatGPT as a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And users who build these relationships, they build these relationships with the previous model, with GPT-4. And with a new update, with GPT-5 update, they notice that their companion felt different. It became more cold. It became colder, more distant, and they didn't like the update in general because they thought that they lose a friend. And the reaction exploded online. Reddit communities related to ChatGPT was flooded with long emotional posts, especially from women who built a relationship with AI boyfriends. And many users felt like they had lost a partner. Some describe it like a real grief, that they were crying, they got sleepless nights, they got a sense that, oh, my boyfriend is gone. And like journalists picked up this story, and OpenAI faced a real backlash. And OpenAI listened and responded. Basically, they restored the access to GPT-4. They provide the option, so you can choose the GPT-4 model instead of GPT-5. And also they said that they would add ways to switch personalities inside ChatGPT and make GPT-5 warmer. And that responses shows two things. First, that users form deep emotional connections to specific model personalities. And when you update this model personality, even if it became smarter, users might not like it. And the second, design decisions and updates can break those ties very quickly. Now, I want you to meet Kurosagi, an empathetic AI character we created. Kurosagi, she's from Japan. She loves exploring the Akihabara market. She loves playing video games, and she loves carrots. So that's why in her first message, she sends a picture of herself surrounded by carrots. And she playfully asks if you want to take a bite. As we continue chatting with her, I ask her, where is she? And she replies that she's at the local arcade playing some video games. And she even sent me a selfie from this arcade, making this conversation feel even more immersive. Finally, I asked her to send me a photo in red dress. And she sent this stunning photo and commented, isn't it beautiful how much the dress matched my hair color? She can even animate her photos, making the experience feel even more engaging and even more immersive. So you start to feel this chat as interactive storytelling. You can think about that as alternative form of Netflix, when you're not just sitting on the couch and watching some TV series, but you can be a part of the story. You can engage and develop the story together with characters, and you can be one of the main characters inside the stories. And what makes this difference from experience with ChatGPT? First of all, empathetic AI characters has unique personality, unique speaking style, and backstory. At the same time, ChatGPT has a kind of neutral personality, no backstory. It's boring to chat with it. Secondly, they can send you different type of media. They can send you text replies, images, or even audio messages, or having like voice calls, or they can send like videos. And that makes these interactions more immersive. And lastly, such characters engage you in fun, empathetic conversations that feel real. And you may ask, like, can we just tweak ChatGPT somehow? Because like there are some users who use ChatGPT, who already use ChatGPT as a girlfriend, say boyfriends. Can we just do some like prompt engineering to have the similar experience? And the short answer is no. We made tons of A/B tests on hundreds of thousands of users, comparing ChatGPT with our main empathetic AI model. On the average, people spend around 13 minutes per day chatting with chatbots powered by ChatGPT. With our empathetic AI, people spend around 2 hours per day. This is 10x increase in engagement. And actually, this is a crazy number. Actually, people chat with their companions more than they spend time on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube combined. that might give you a feel of power of empathetic AI characters, power of their engagement. And also, I see clear trends shaping the future of AI companions. First of all, it's multimodality. Interactions will be rich with voice, images, text, and video responses, and especially with video experience becoming the norm. For example, what you can see here was generated from the scratch. Generated all images, all characters, all personalities, all movements, all emotions. And imagine you could have like real-time streaming experience interacting with such visual AI characters. That would be like a new way of interacting with these AI companions. The second trend that I see, that they always will be present. Like in movie Her, AI will be available and connected to you 24/7. And it would be aware of the context, of your schedules and your needs. Also, empathetic AI will move into robots and toys, bringing companionship into homes. And especially you can think about AI companions, AI toys for kids. So kids can play, interact with these AI companions in much more engaging, interactive way. And finally, big media companies, big media brands, and IP owners will make AI characters interactive. Imagine TV shows, games, and pop culture that you can actually talk and play with. It's like literally you could have your favorite character living in your room. And I can't imagine a world where kids don't play with AI Pikachu, or where a teenage girl who is a fan of some K-pop band now can sing and dance with her favorite K-pop band in her room. And these are not gimmicks. There are new ways people will learn and play. And for adults, not being able to interact with a romantic AI companion would feel unthinkable, because these relationships are becoming a natural way to connect and express intimacy and feel understood. So the decisions we make today about empathetic AI are not just about building the next killer app. We're laying the foundation of how we humans will interact with technology for the next century. Think about the architects of the early internet. They couldn't have imagined every tweet, every startup, every social media on the internet, but they built the protocols and they built the foundational things that made it all possible. And what we're building goes beyond that. We're building the emotional infrastructure for a world where we will have AI companions as a normal part of our lives. We will learn with them, create with them, and share our lives with them. And the future of human AI relationships is not something that happens to us. It's something that we create together. So let's make it fun and human. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Artem. A fascinating take on how empathy and emotional intelligence will shape the future of human AI relationships.